it was written at a time where myself and my keyboard player Kenny Carkeet were supposed to be writing songs for a small amount of money, little pop songs, little jingles, for aspiring, 13-year-old pop stars whose parents had money to pay for them, basically. And we were sort of unfulfilled by doing that, so one day we said, hey, F that, let's write something cool. We just like any other band, when I fall in love with a record, I want to go see it a little bit better live. I want the songs to come across even better and like, on steroids and all the different drugs with no side or bad effects. That's what I want the songs to come across live. I want it to be an experience, sort of a spiritual experience without getting too hacky sack on you. I just think that all the best shows I love going to see growing up were the ones that I went home giddy inside and not really being able to sleep that night because I was so excited about the energy I felt from that live show, be it a cool hardcore show or a punk show or some great band like Radiohead or the Flaming Lips. Those have been the shows that have really meant a lot to me. So I'm just trying to emulate, and push forward the stuff that blew my mind as a kid, and hopefully we do that for people. I always really related to the artistic direction of the early 80s interpretation of what the future would look like. Movies now, their future, I don't vibe with that, but there's a certain look to the late 70s, early 80s of their way of looking at the future in sci-fi movies that I just think is the coolest looking stuff, So I think I wanted to incorporate some of that in our visual. Not necessarily, Radiohead was pretty good at making art and content that didn't necessarily have the band in it all the time, and I always think that's pretty interesting if you can keep people's attention without having to be in the actual video yourself or making a music video in front of a chain link fence with like a bunch of hot looking people dancing to your music. We've all seen that video a million times. So I think more than anything I just didn't want to bore myself, and hopefully there's other people out there that feel the same way and can appreciate taking that extra step to make stuff a little bit different and special. One cool thing about it is there's never a wave that is the same as the one you caught before. Each wave you catch has something different and unique about it, and you'll never catch that wave again. It's a moment in time, and it's very rhythmic. A lot of people, their style of surfing, and I don't claim to be a good surfer or a great surfer, I just sort of know what I like to do, and I know where to get the best waves where we live. And so I pride myself in the search of it all and studying the weather charts, and it's very therapeutic for me. Sometimes when I go surfing, I'll spend 2 hours looking at different spots and not even paddle out, but I'll somehow have a good song idea in that process because it's so free and there's no one around. Sail to me, or any song on this record, really, if it weren't for surfing, they wouldn't sound the way they do, for better or for worse. This is definitely like a soundtrack to my life as a surfer at times, and a lot of my friends and the stuff we talk about, and sometimes having really extreme heavy moments that are kind of scary, and sometimes having uplifting moments that are really nice and therapeutic. So they definitely blend together, and one wouldn't exist without the other. When I became a Raiders fan, it was after they'd won the Super Bowl. So it was like the decline of Marcus Allen and his fights with Al Davis, but also the rise of Bo Jackson, who was my favorite football player, probably next to Walter Payton of all time. And so I was just and plus NWA and all these awesome hip-hop bands that I love was wearing the stuff too, so it was a perfect thing for me as far as a sports team. But see, the thing about being a Raiders fan is they have such peaks and valleys that I almost enjoy when they're horrible too, because then you get all the haters, and then what would be fun about being a Tom Brady fan? That wouldn't be fun. You're just dominating all the time. So I kind of enjoy the misery of it all and the ups and downs. So now that we have a winning record for the first time in, I think, maybe 9 or 10 years, it's really exciting. And it wouldn't be as exciting had we been dominating this whole time. So I really enjoy being the underdog. Baby,